growing, raising food the way that we believe God intended. The conventional farm is what most of my days consist of. On the side here, the goats are the start of the regenerative side of the farm. So no hormones, no antibiotics, no vaccines, none of that. Good morning. We are headed to check goats here this morning. And today might be the day we get going on planting. We will see. Typically, I don't know what's totally ahead until I get with my father-in-law. What needs to be done today, unless we had stuff yesterday that we didn't finish. Well, that's farming. Every day's an adventure. Every day there's things that need attention. So first, let's check goats, and then we'll figure out what the day holds. Yeti boy! Hey buddy. Let me grab your food so I don't have to hop back and forth. So typically what I like to do, I like to give him about 4 cups, which is 4 handfuls for me, in the morning. And then since it's warm out, he's not eating as much because, we all kind of get that way when we're eating. And we just don't like food when it's hot. Not when we're eating. We just don't like eating as much when it's hot. So in the morning, I give him 4 cups. In the evening, late afternoon, I give him about 3.5 cups. So he eats twice a day. Lots of food. Big dog. But he's our livestock guardian dog. And then in the mornings here, I give him a little less than a clove of garlic. And what that does is it helps repel and deter flies, ticks, just basically insects. It helps him put off that scent so he's not having to fight those all day, every day. On top of that, I learned very quickly that he needs to be rewarded at all costs. And so he gets a O'Roy beef stick. We probably go through 2 a day or so. So he gets basically half or a third for various different things. He'll get one for finishing his food because that was a thing for a while. I'll get into that another time, but that was a thing for a while, so now he gets one every time he finishes his food, so he understands eating, I get rewarded. He gets one when I leave. He gets one when I put diatomaceous earth on him. Basically just anything that he should be doing to be successful, he gets rewarded for. Hey, buddy. You get a good night. Okay, and here's the herd. They're very interested in the tripod. But, let's see here. 20 goats, 3 Nigerian dwarfs. This guy thinks he's a dog. He's always following me. His name's S'mores. That's Twix. There's Mr. Oreo. So the only 3 males of the herd here. The rest are all female Kiko goats. They just hit 1 year old, so they'd be yearlings. And so we give Yeti Boy his lovin'. We give him his food. And keep him happy, healthy, and thriving. So typically, Yeti doesn't honestly eat his food this soon, so he must be hungry. But typically every morning, I'll hop the fence. Of course, make sure everybody's up and at 'em, which we've had no issues with and aren't going to have any issues with. Then I'll check their mineral. So I have that for their mineral as of now. That will change long term. I check their water. And just make sure everything's good to go for them to have another successful day. So the paddock's looking good. They've been here for, 3 days? Yes, 3 days. Tomorrow will be 4, so you can obviously see right down the line here. We went down, which is on the right, and we've come back on the left, and you can tell the recovery is really going well for the lack of moisture we're dealing with. We've gotten roughly about a half inch since January for sure, but that might even go all the way back to September. So we are considered in a drought, but it is what it is, and we can't control that. So we're just gonna work with nature and figure out how to move along with it. Good boy, buddy. Good boy. Hey. Yeti boy, come. Good boy. These are for later. Good boy, buddy. Okay, so what I was just doing there is I was setting up the remainder of the fence for the paddock. They're going to move to here tomorrow morning. I should give some background here. I know this is one of the first videos on YouTube we've done for a while. We've done some stuff in the past, but mainly been short form content. And Kate and I were just talking, and every day of my life is an adventure, and as Myron Golden would say, you're already doing it, why not turn on the camera? So here we are, turning on the camera and sharing our adventures with other people. Maybe we can help some people, maybe we can inspire some people, and maybe we can get help from other people. And so just looking to build a community of like-minded individuals that are all for the same goal, the same purpose, which is growing raising food the way that we believe God intended. So we're a conventional family farm currently. So technically my wife would be sixth generation. I would be first generation on my side of the family, but marrying into it, technically I'm sixth generation. So 6 generations have been here and farmed this land. All sorts of different types of animals and crops over the generations. So 1872 is when the Ashton Homestead was founded. And so we'll get into that story. I'll share more of that story later on. But basically where I'm trying to go, I'm trying to earn the right to be the sixth generation. It's not going to be handed over. It's not going to be put on a silver platter for me. So I got to work to earn that and earn the right to make it happen. So with that being said, the conventional farm is what most of my days consist of. On the side here, the goats are the start or part of the start of the regenerative side of the farm. So no hormones, no antibiotics, no vaccines, none of that. So completely more so rotational grazed right now versus amp grazed. So I'm working with wooded areas and pastures that really haven't been touched a whole lot for quite a few years. And so I'm kind of in the overflow, smaller spots, if you will. And so we started with chickens last year. If you've been following us or seen us post anything about social media or on social media, started with chickens and meat birds and eventually got into goats here. This year we're taking a break from the chickens, but do plan to get back into raising chickens and creating diversity within the system. So I move the goats every 4 days. They're in 1/3 of an acre size paddock. We use Premier One's electric netting, which is great. But they love it. They love the wooded areas. They love the grass. Everybody says that goats don't eat grass. That's not true here. So it might be true elsewhere, but not true here. No grain, ever. They will never eat grain. The only grain that they could potentially ever eat is when we're grazing cover crops long term. So any grain that might have fell out of the combine or fell off of stalks or just whatever. So that's a little on our operation. I'll try to make sure I'm intentionally sharing more and answering questions and everything too. So let's go look over these goats. Let's observe, as I like to do every morning, just make sure everybody's operating and functioning as they should. And we'll do some observing, walk around the paddock, make sure forage is doing what the forage does. I know we're hitting things a little hard, but things are just so overgrown where we're working, and we won't be back here until the winter. So we're hitting it a little harder than we probably should be or need to be, but we're probably not going to revisit. So let's go observe. Okay, Yeti boy, I'm gonna head out, buddy. He knows his commands, as in routine. That's not necessarily command, but we got routine things that we say and do, and he meets me over here by the solar panel. He knows to sit. Good boy, buddy. Okay, dude. Have a good day. You got on your eye there. Just your eyebrow. Okay. Have a good day, buddy. I'll see you tonight. Love you, dude. Well, there you have it. Goat check-in for this morning is done. Now we are headed back to the shop to see what the plan is for today.